morning, it's Jen Buttress again here at Club Pilates, Kennett Square Studio. Want to bring you a workout that is just a very basic, general workout. All these exercises you should be able to do. I'm going to incorporate the use of a ball. It's a little squishy. It shouldn't be real hard. If you have a ball that's smaller than this, I couldn't tell you what the diameter on this is, maybe, I don't know, 6 inches, 7. Even if you've got a 4 or 5 inch ball, that's fine too. So the first exercise I will do without the ball, it's a great warm-up on the ground. And then I'll show you what you can do with the ball too. So with no further wasting of time, let's get started. So take a nice inhale breath, arms are up. In front, you're going to exhale. You're going to just roll yourself all the way back. Just let your arms float down to the mat, resting the head on the mat. And I want you to get your body in a nice straight line. If you have no idea if you are in a straight line, pick your head up and look. Your ankles should be right under your knees, knees right under the hip bones. So your legs should be away apart. Your hips aren't that wide. Bring them back together. Hip bones are right under the shoulders, arms are at your sides. Take an inhale breath, and I'd like you to bring your left foot up to the mat, knee to the ceiling. Take an inhale breath, you're going to flex your foot, so pull that toe back to you, start to tighten up that thigh. You're going to inhale, you're going to drag your heel along the mat, doesn't have to press into the mat. And then point your toe. Now, as you press the leg out, you're going to flex the foot, drive out with that heel, tighten the leg rested on the ground. Inhale, start pointing the toe, drag the toe in. Doesn't have to come all the way in tight. Some knees won't do that. And then exhale, flex the foot, press out with the heel. Now, if you have a ball, put that ball right underneath the heel with your foot flexed. We're going to do the same thing. It's very hard to do footwork on the floor in mat Pilates. So this is a good way to do that. So inhale as you press down on the ball, pressure in that foot, come to the toe, and then exhale, pressing into that ball, drive the heel out. Good. You may have to bring the ball a little bit closer so that your heel is almost off that ball. Here we go again. Inhale, drag the ball in. Exhale, press the ball out. Now, pay attention because that foot and that ball are moving all over the place. I want you to connect your spine, pull everything in, press the ground with your arms, press the ball with your heel. Inhale as you come in and see if you feel a much tighter connection and more even pressure on that ball and the ball not wobbling. Exhale as you press out. Good. We're going to do one more in and out. Inhale, bring it in. And if you don't have a ball, you keep doing the same thing without the ball. Good. And you're going to switch legs. So you may have to come up and look. Put that other heel on the ball or put your other heel out, bending your right leg, foot on the ground. Keep that nice connection in your body, pressing down lightly with those hands. Pull the stomach in. Inhale, the knee bends, coming to a pointed toe. Exhale, press down with that ball of that foot, driving the heel, pressing the heel out as you exhale. Inhale, bring it in. Pointing the toe, exhale, press out, drive through the heel, tighten that thigh up. Good. If you forget how to breathe, just breathe. It doesn't really matter, especially on warm-up drills, but the warm-up is to connect you to your breath. Inhale, coming in, pointing that toe, exhale, pressing down into that ball. Press that heel out. Let's do one more. Inhale, breath in. Exhale, press out, keeping the whole body still. Good. You're going to just take that ball and set it off to the side. We'll may or may not come back to it later. All right, so let's work on the arms and get some movement in the upper body. Inhale breath, both feet are on the mat, knees to the ceiling in classic Pilates position here. Inhale, lift the arms arms just to the ceiling. Exhale, press the hands down to the mat. Pull your stomach in. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, press down. Now I want you to pretend you have a board or a big stone pressing down on your body. As you inhale up and over, you can even put your hand on your lower rib cage. Try not to breathe in and let your chest pop up. It has to stay pulling in and down. So you have to breathe to the sides of your rib cage. Exhale, the arms come back down. Inhale, lift the arms, trying to touch the sides of your chest to the opposite walls. Exhale, down. Now this time, as you inhale, lift the arms past the ceiling, just to your face. Exhale, press down, pulling your stomach in. Nice job. Take your thumbs, put them on your rib cage, and put your fingers on your hip bones. So right in the front of your body, elbows are out to the side. You're going to exhale, press your lower back into the ground without tightening your butt muscles up. They stay loose. It's just your stomach pulling in. Inhale, release. So a gentle exhale as your stomach pulls in, just the front side of your body. Everything on the back side of your body is nice and loose. Inhale, release. It's your stomach pulling all these muscles in to press your spine into the mat. Inhale, release. Good. Arms back down to your side. Now, this time we're going to peel up into our lower bridge. So the whole lower body peels up. Exhale. Now you're pressing that lower back in, squashing that grape on the mat and peeling the hips up off the mat. Your chin stays up out of your chest, hands lightly into the mat. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale. You have to tilt your pelvis towards you, touch your upper vertebrae down one by one, all the way down till you come back to rest in neutral spine on your mat. Your neutral spine is that nice natural S curve in your back, just as you would be standing. Inhale, breath. Exhale, press that lower back in, peeling up into that bridge. Now inhale, come down. Exhale, peeling up, keeping that connection between the hips and the ribs. If you lose that connection, the chest pops up, the back arches, and you run the risk of hurting your lower back. So by keeping the hips and ribs connected, you protect that spine. So if you need that reminder, you can bridge with your hands here, which is actually more challenging because now you don't have your hands on the ground to help keep you stable. Inhale, come down. One more. Exhale, up into that bridge. Now, you may or may not be able to extend that right leg out to 45 degrees. If you can't, just keep bridging. But if you can, inhale, that leg comes down, stay up in that bridge. Exhale, extend the left leg out nice and straight. Inhale, come down. If you need that reminder to connect the hips and ribs, leave one hand down, put your other hand up on the hip and the rib. Good, extend out left. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, rounding down. And pull those knees into your chest. Extend the legs straight up in the air and rotate your ankles. And then rotate the ankles the other way. Good. Bend those knees back in, feet back down to the mat, hands down at your side. We're going to work on our upper abdominals now. Trying to keep your head and neck as relaxed as you can. Use your core to pull you up. Your upper body is now peeling up off the mat. Inhale, breath. Exhale. The first thing that happens is that stomach tightens. The lower back presses into the mat and you peel up off the mat. Fist distance between chin and chest. And then inhale, rest back down. Good. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, come back down.
If your head gets too tired, continue to lift and lower, but put one hand behind your head, fingers right at the base of your neck where your head connects. And you can use that hand to support your head. Most of my videos, you will see me do this. I have a lot of tightness and tension in my neck naturally, so this will help keep that tension from taking over and getting into my neck. So I have to really learn to connect more with my abs. Inhale, come down, good. You're going to turn your head as you exhale, releasing the neck to one side. Inhale up through center, exhale, release the head to the other side. Bring it back to center. You're going to bring your right leg up to tabletop, as we call it. So lift the right leg up. Nice 90-degree angle here. Checking in the mirror to see if I'm at 90. Good. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, come down. Exhale. So you're switching each leg. Good. Just getting some warming up in the hip joints here. Keep the right leg up. Take your right fingertips only and press down on that kneecap. You're going to draw a circle from your hip and make the tiniest, slowest, controlled circles that you can. Just pushing the fingertips into the knee, which drives that femur or leg bone into the hip socket. Now reverse the direction. Your stomach is holding you stable, so all your core muscles are helping keep your body nice and still. This helps strengthen your core, even though it's the teeniest, tiniest little motion. Set that leg down, that arm goes on the ground, the left leg comes up, left fingertips on top of the kneecap, and 5 small circles in one direction. Your arm is only so long, and those fingertips have to stay on the knee. And it's not the whole hand. Don't bring the knee way in here. This is not how the exercise is done. Fingertips only making that circle. Good. And circling the other way. There's no real breathing pattern to this, just as long as you're breathing, but keeping everything stable in your core. Good. The harder you pull in that stomach, the tighter you're going to keep the body, the more you're training those muscles. Good, and set that leg back down. Now you're going to bring the right leg up to tabletop, followed by the left leg. In this position, if I put my ball on top of my shins, it should not roll off. Now, don't put it between your legs and squeeze it. Oops, my ball ran away. But keep those legs at 90 degrees. Here comes the ball. Thank you, Logan. Inhale, breath. You're going to exhale up to C curve. Inhale, come back down. Exhale up to C curve. Inhale, come down. Let your eyes look towards your feet between your knees. Inhale, come down. Last one, lifting up. Now, hold it here. Lift the arms up to the ceiling. Lower the arms to hover over the mat. Then rest the body back down. Keep the legs in tabletop. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, lower the body. Again, exhale up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, lower the body. One more. Exhale, up. Inhale, up with the arms. Exhale, down to hover. Inhale, rest back. Legs back on the ground. I would like your arms out to the side. Both knees drop over to one side. Turn your head to the other direction. Get a good stretch. Inhale, bring the legs back up to center. Exhale, drop the legs to the left. Look to the right. Make faces at the camera. Bring the knees back up. All right, so arms at your sides. Getting ready for the 100. So we will do the 100 in tabletop today. Left leg comes up, right leg comes up. Doesn't matter which one actually is first. Exhale up into that C curve, pumping those arms, inhaling for 5 quick breaths. And then exhale. In 2, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. You can put one hand behind that head if you need to. Good. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6, 2, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5. And 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5. And 9, 2, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5. 10, 2, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale, resting back, pull those knees into your chest. Straighten those legs up to the ceiling and flex the feet and then point the feet. Flex and point. Nice job. Bring the feet back down to the mat. Extend your right leg out straight. We're going to do some leg lifts. This is not Pilates exercise, but I use them all the time in all my mat classes because it helps strengthen up those thighs. 20 leg lifts. Foot has to stay flexed, leg has to stay tight. Exhale as you lift just to 45 or the height of the other leg. Inhale back down and lift up for 2 and down. And 3 and down. 4. Now, that leg has to touch the ground. It might be your calf, maybe not your heel. Good. The leg has to stay, that thigh stays really tight. Good. Now, 10 more. Put your fingertips on your hip bones, your thumb on your rib cage, and exhale. For 3, pull that navel in. 4, 5. The harder you pull your stomach in, the more benefit you're going to get out of this exercise. So Pilates is not going through the motions. Sure, you can do leg lifts all day long. You can bring them up and bring them down and bring them way up here and bring them down, and you can bring them up and bend the leg. That's not how this exercise is intended to be. It's precision, it's precise, it's control. It's learning to control your mind and your muscles. 9 and 10. Good. Switching legs. Here we go. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, come down. And 2. And 3, 4, 5. Make sure that leg touches down. Good. 8. Give me 2 more here. Continue 10 more, but pull that navel into your spine. So really squeeze that air out. Inhaling through your nose, exhale through your mouth as if you're blowing a stick of dynamite out. If you really want to pull those abs in. It's just a gentle blow the birthday candle out type breath. Good. 1 more. Nice job. So keep that leg straight out on the ground. So that leg you just worked is straight. It stays tight. Bend the right knee to tabletop, straighten the leg up to the ceiling. Now, ideally, yes, you would like 2 straight legs at 90 degrees. If you cannot get your legs straight here, say you're right here, that doesn't count. Lower that leg down until you can get it nice and straight. 5 circles one way, 5 circles the other way, just from the hip. Here we go. Inhale. You exhale as you circle. You bring it back and you stop. Everything pulls into your stomach. Inhale. Exhale and stop. And 3. Good. Continue these circles, making sure your hips don't wobble side to side. Good. 1 more. Circle the other direction now. Inhale, exhale, circle, and stop. Be careful because when you want to circle, the leg wants to come really close towards you. Make sure you stop short of 90 degrees. So your circle should be on the lower side rather than on the higher side. Last circle. Good. Bend the knee to tabletop. Straighten it down to the ground. Pull the other leg up into tabletop. Straighten that leg up. Nice straight tight thigh. Even if you're real flexible and you can get your legs straight here, still err on the low side than the high side. Exhale, circle and stop. And 2. And 3. So your body is learning to work with the breath. The breath assists the motion. The breath gives you that strength. The strength comes in the exhale. Good. One more. The inhale is to prepare for the exhale and the movement. And 3, and 4, and 5. Good. Bend the knee in, bend both knees in, and just kind of rock side to side. All right, while you're here with your hands in, you're going to bring one knee into your chest. The other leg goes out. You are up in tabletop, right hand on right knee. Left hand is on the inside of the right leg that's bent towards you. You're switching hands and switching legs. Here we go. And 1, 2. Legs track in a straight line. You got to tighten this thigh out. Good. One more on each leg. Good. Knees come to tabletop. You rest back down. Nice deep inhale, breath, and exhale up into C curve. Straighten that right leg up. Left leg goes out to hover over the ground, staying in tabletop. Just touching the leg back and forth for a straight leg stretch. Exhaling each time, that navel pulling down, in, trying to pull it towards the mat. Good. 9, 10, both knees in, resting back. Arms at your sides, legs stay in tabletop. Take an inhale breath. You're going to exhale, drop both knees over to one side, pushing those arms into the mat, keeping your shoulders on the mat. Knees don't have to go all the way to the side. I'd like to see your shoulders stay down. Inhale breath, up and over to the other side as you exhale. Inhale breath, up through center, exhale over. Inhale breath, exhale up and over. Inhale, exhale up and over. One more. Inhale, exhale over. Nice job. Legs come back down, arms at your sides. You're going to roll over onto your stomach. Now I'm just switching directions just because of my camera. You can just roll over the face the same way you were. So we did all this work to the front side of our body. Now we got to do work to the back side of our body. It's not near as fun. It's a lot harder. Your movements will be a lot smaller, but really important because so many of us spent our days hunched over that we never open up and work the back side of our body. All right, so the first exercise, your hands are right at your shoulders and your shoulders stay down away from your ears. Your face is looking towards the mat. I tend to tuck my chin too much, so the idea is to keep a nice straight spine and neck. Legs can be together, but they can be slightly apart. All I want you to do is take an inhale breath. I want you to exhale, and I want you to tighten your glute muscles up. Tighten your butt as tight as you can tighten it, and then let it relax. And then tighten those glute muscles up as tight as you can. And you're probably like, what the heck are you having us do? Well, you'll see here in a minute. I want you to get the feel for squeezing those muscles as tight as you can. Now relax, and I want you to feel what they feel like when they're relaxed. Now, you are going to lift your chest off the mat just with your back muscles without tightening your glutes. So, inhale, lift that spine up, pulling your stomach in. Your hands can travel up off the mat so you're not pushing, and keep those glutes loose. If your feet have come off the floor, your glutes tightened. Inhale, come back down. Tighten the glutes up. Let go. Now, inhale, lift the spine up off the mat just to barely lift the chest. Pull the stomach in. Keep those toes on the ground. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, squeeze those glutes. You can pull the stomach in as you do. Inhale, release the glutes and lift the spine. Then exhale, come back down. You're going to press yourself up onto all fours.
Shoulders right over those hands. You're in a nice 4-point stance here. You're going to exhale, pull the stomach in, round the spine. Try not to drop the head too much. You don't need to tuck your head way under. Inhale as you come through a flat back, arch the back. Again, you do not need to look way up to the ceiling. Just a little bit up is fine. Exhale, round the spine, push into that mat with those hands. Inhale, arch the back. Good. And you're going to come right back down onto your stomach. Now this time you're going to use your hands to push up. So legs can be slightly apart, shoulders down away from the ears. You're going to inhale breath. You're going to exhale as you press, pull the stomach in. Your glutes are tight. And you're lifting, lengthening first and then lifting the body, keeping your head looking towards the mat or eyes towards the mat. Inhale, come down. Exhale, glutes tighten, stomach tightens, hands press, lengthening through the top of that head. By pulling in your stomach, you're protecting your lower back. Inhale, bring it down. One more, exhale, glutes tighten, stomach tightens. Press with those hands, lengthen through the top of that head. Inhale, come back down. Pushing up, back into child's pose. Now, some of you might only be able to go here. Some of you can go all the way back, but that is a really big angle on that knee. So if you want to be up on your toes a little bit, spread the knees out. That'll help your knees. If you've got bad knees and you need to, you can do child's pose lying by just pulling in your knees into your chest, and that is totally fine as well. All right, so back down onto your stomach. I really like this exercise. It's not necessarily Pilates, but it's called Superman, and it just helps open up the chest, work everything on the back side of your body. So with your arms at your sides, legs together if you can. If they're slightly apart, it helps alleviate any pain in your back. Palms are flipped over, so the palms are on your mat. Take an inhale breath, exhale, pull your stomach in, lengthen through the spine, through the top of your head, through your fingers, through your toes. Good. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lengthen and reach. You're trying to lift those legs. You're trying to lift the upper body as high as you can. Inhale, come down. Exhale. Now, some people will lift really, really high. My legs are hardly coming off the mat. Inhale, come down. One more. Exhale, reach. Lengthen the shoulders down away from those ears. Good. Return to the ground. Hands at your chest. Toes curl under, up, back into child's pose. Nice, big, huge inhale. Exhale. Nice job. All right, coming back to a seated position for the roll-up. All right, so if you do these exercises every day, you are not going to overtrain your muscles. You're not going to be really sore. You're going to get a good connection with your body. So I encourage you to do these same exercises, the same routine every single day, probably for a month, maybe 4 days a week. You don't have to do it 7, but really, really good. So the roll up, it's rolling all the way down and rolling all the way back up. Some of you are going to get stuck, so we're just going to work with it. All right, so first of all, we're just going to work on a partial roll back. So shoulders are down away from the ears, arms are soft, fingers should be long, palms facing the floor. Nice straight spine, you're nice straight and stacked. Good. From here, you're going to pull your stomach in, pelvic tilt, and exhale as you slowly round back, trying to touch each of those vertebrae just to here. Then you're going to inhale and come back up. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, coming up. If you are using a thin yoga mat and you are on a hard floor, you're going to need 2 or 3 yoga mats. You might need to take a yoga mat just to put under your spine on your other mat. Pilates mats are actually quite a bit thicker because of this rolling action that we do. Inhale, breath. Exhale, tucking that spine, rolling back a little bit further. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, rolling back, really pulling in, go a little bit farther now. Inhale, bring it back up. And one more, not going all the way, we're just still rounding, rounding, rounding. Feet stay flexed back towards you. If you can, touch that lower back, and then you can come back up. Some of you may not have gotten that far. Now the end part of the roll up, that was the beginning. The end part is as you're rolling up, you stay rounded, and you're rolling over a big beach ball. So it's not a stretch forward as far as you can stretch. So practicing, but we're practicing from a straight spine. Lift through the spine, exhale over that ball, pull the stomach in. So you're very curved and rounded here. Inhale, stack the spine back up. Exhale, rounding over. Inhaling back up. So we can practice this. We can go partially back. Inhale up, nice straight spine, and then exhale, round over. And you can do this as your roll up. So it's a partial roll up. So you go back, inhale, lift up, exhale, roll over. And for some of you, that's going to be your roll up. And that is quite okay. All right, so here we go. This time we're going to go all the way back. Inhale, breath, exhale, tuck and round all the way back. You should not flop back. It should be nice and round. Balls are round. There's no flat spot on a ball. Your arms, you're still exhaling, and your arms come right to here. You inhale as you curl up, and right at this point, your arms can even be lower. You have to blow out all your air. But if you do not inhale enough air, you don't have any to blow out. So let's start again here. Now you're blowing that stick of dynamite out, and you roll all the way up and over. Inhale, breath. Do a shoulder check. They should be down away from your ears. Exhale, rounding back. Squeeze those legs together. Flex your feet. You can dig those heels in and bend your knees a little bit to help you touch each vertebrae. So inhale. Exhale. If you get stuck, grab your pant legs, and then you can come up and then over your ball. Inhale, breath. Exhale, rounding back. Good. Now, if you get stuck back here and you get stuck, and I tell people roll to your side and sit up. Well, rolling to your elbow and pushing, that doesn't count. So if you get stuck and you cannot get back up, just do a couple come up to see curves. Inhale here, exhale up. Inhale here. Bring your arms back down, your feet back to the mat. I want to see both knees completely roll to your side and sit up and do it again. Do not get in that bad habit of just pushing up on your elbow. That's not doing your core any good. All it is stressing your shoulder and your elbow. All right, so everybody progresses at a different pace, and you will eventually get these, but wonderful exercise and great to do. We're going to do 2 more exercises, and we're going to call that it for the day. With your legs out, you don't have to be, you can be on your mat. I'm off the mat because of the video here. Spine twist. So in Pilates, we move our spine in all directions, and we're going to make sure we do that in this class. So when you exhale, your palms face forward, your feet are flexed, your legs are straight. You're keeping your arms wide, just twisting from your waist. So this back arm here does not cross over. It stays way out here. Inhale to center, and then exhale, twisting to the other side. Good. You may have to make sure all the furniture is out of the way before you do this. So we get a lot of people packed into my seniors. I hate to call them seniors because these people are athletes at 84 years old, I'll tell you. But we pack 25 people in a room, and they all are like clapping and patting each other's hands when we do this because there's just not enough room. Good. 1 more to each side. Exhale and twist, just using your waist. Inhale, center. And if you notice and are watching my feet, they do not move, they do not shift back and forth. Good. Relax the arms, separate the legs slightly. It's not a real big wide straddle stretch, it's just a slight separation. Arms are back out to the side. This is called the saw. Inhale, you're going to exhale and twist, but this time the back hand turns and pushes the air away as the front arm does cross over. You're lifting up through the spine, rounding over little finger to little toe, pulling that stomach in, and then separating through the upper shoulder blades if you can feel that. Inhale, bring back to center so this hand flips back to face front. Exhale, twist, back hand pushes the air away, lift up and over, pulling that stomach in, rounding, touching little finger to little toe. Inhale, come back up. Let's do one more to each side. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, back up. Exhale, nice job. So with legs out front, you can have your legs bent, but today we're just going to do a side-to-side mermaid. It's kind of a half a mermaid. So inhale breath, you're going to exhale, lifting up and over, but keep both sits bones glued to the ground. So if you feel this hip lift up, push it back down. The whole idea is to get a stretch through that side. Inhale, exhale, lift up first, then exhale over. Inhale up. One more to each side, exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale, drive that hip bone down into the ground. Good, take an inhale breath, exhale, tuck the chin. You're going to round vertebrae by vertebrae over, getting a good stretch through that upper back. Inhale, come back, stack the spine. It's kind of hard, your arms are in the way, the floor is in the way of your arms. Let's try it one more time. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, rounding forward. Really pull that stomach in. Inhale, come back up. It was hard to talk when I was that rounded over. Shoulder roll, 2 and 3. All right, well, thank you so much for joining. Again, I encourage you to do these exercises 4 or 5 times a week. It really will help strengthen you, especially if you're home. By the time we open the studio back up again, you'll be able to jump on the reformer and just knock those exercises out, maybe even move up a level. All right, we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.